Does he win? Can he beat him? Can he beat Canelo? Is his skill so much that he's able to bridge the weight classes?
He has a legitimate chance. Over 60% for his mind. If you say, Bernard, give me a number.
Give me a number.
He has an 85+ chance to beat Canelo. Why? He's not going in there to prove something, which will fall into Canelo's hand. He would love for him to prove something. That means you will stay there and try to prove something. But to go in there and to let him know, establish that from the...
Are you still favoring Crawford in the fight, or has your opinion changed?
No. I mean, I've always favoured Canelo in the fight.
Well, I've heard that you want Canelo to win, but you feel...
Of course, yeah. I like Terence. I've worked a lot with Canelo, and I think just because of what I saw in Riyadh and because of the threat, and he's getting on as well, Crawford, but it's just like the mindset of Crawford. Like, there's no doubt in Terence Crawford's mind that he wins this fight. And when you spend a bit of time with him, you kind of start buying into that. And I guess that's what happened in Riyadh, because I travelled with him to the fight.
Crawford is going to fight Canelo, because even if I have some doubts and misgivings about the size matchup, it is two action fighters who like to fight aggressively at times, not all the times, going against each other, and we'll see who can open the other person's tuna can, so to speak.
Alvarez thinks you're not a 54-pounder. In other words, you say, nah, he's too small.
That's his take. There's a reason why Israel was so respectful in the fight. Anytime I let my hands go, he either grab me or move. For the bigger guy, you should have been walking me down. You should have been bullying me. Canelo can say, what do you say?
He just doesn't feel like you're...
What's up, fight fans? Today, we're diving into one of the most electrifying matchups in boxing, Canelo Alvarez versus Terence "Bud" Crawford. Now, this isn't your average fight. We're talking about a 4-division Mexican superstar facing off against a future Hall of Famer who's climbing 2 weight classes just to prove he's the best.
A lot of people say, oh, well, he's money hungry, he's looking at money and he's trying to cash out and this and that. I've been getting money for years. I've been getting millions for years. Yeah. And I'm not stupid with my money. Right. As you can see, I don't buy no Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and, you know what I mean, walk around with 100 people around me, and I got all this jewelry.
So many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo have, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another, you know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and we see how that...
Every time I see him, he'll come and be like, Canelo?
Yeah, you know how Bill do it too,
Every time, I'll be like, man, come on, man. Yeah. So every time he say that, you know, I just be like gradually getting into like looking at like okay, and he's not that big, you know, he heavy but he not that big,
right?
You know, and I'm just like, all right, I'm laughing, but at the same time it started hitting me like, all the crazy stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. You know, so let's not do that.
Canelo thinks Crawford is too small. He says Bud isn't a true 154-pounder, let alone a 168. But Crawford, he's embracing the underdog role, and he's confident he's got the skill, timing, and sharpness to shock the world.
I respect Crawford. He's a great fighter, and I always say that. No disrespect him, but you know, sometimes he's a little crazy. The people talking about a small fighter like Charlo, he's big, which he is big, and everybody's talking about if I'm a fighter 147, who is smaller than Charlo. So no make sense when you guys say that right now. At the end of the day, I don't want to have credit to face Crawford. But you know, you never know. You never know in boxing. I'll go up and down and fight everybody out there. So
I'm going with Terence Crawford. You know, big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you. You know, it ain't no disrespect toward Canelo, but I've said this the last couple of years. I'm not betting against Terence Crawford against nobody right now. You got to show.
Now 10-0 at super middleweight, but largely untouchable at this weight class. Why do you believe that you're the man to knock him off?
Because I'm the best. That's why. That's why everybody gonna come and watch September 12th.
All right, bud. Good luck on September 12th.
Crawford, with less mileage on his body and a 4-inch reach advantage, isn't looking for a knockout, just a win. He says, "If the knockout comes, I'll take it, but I'm fighting my fight."
For Crawford to call you out at 68, say that he can beat you at this weight?
No, you know, everybody wants to fight with me, so it's fine.
That being a biggest fight possible in boxing, is that something you'd actually be interested in?
You know, it's crazy when you asking about that, because you say, your matchup is coming out of other weight classes and that's it, and he's welterweight, so don't make sense. But if the fight made sense.
And you can see the same tendencies that Canelo has now, but he's a lot older now. But I just think that Terence have more skills than Lara, and I think he can do more. And you're saying that, Canelo is a super strong technique. You already know, if you ever wrestled before, the person that got better technique usually win. It don't matter how much the weight they have or what they're carrying around. It's the technique. Crawford knows how to take care of himself, on how to smother. He knows how to tie up. He knows how to rough guys up. He knows how to turn guys. He understands weight distribution, man. You know, not only that, the only way that I see Canelo beating Crawford is he got a...
Bud is definitely one of them, for sure. Tyke Shakur, Devin, Boots.
Boots is one of my favorite.
It's a lot of them, and they skillful in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody that, like, I can bet the house on is Bud. Because me and him, we so much alike in our mentality. Like, soon as I see this dude, he can...
Sean Porter, who faced Crawford, warns about Canelo's power, but also points to Canelo's tendency to slow down in the late rounds. Meanwhile, legends like Andre Ward and Barry McGuigan aren't betting against Bud. They say skills beat size.
We start arguing about basketball, wrestling, anything, bro. Like, man, you can't, man, you looking small. What you mean I'm looking small? You looking small. You gotta really hurt that dude to turn him away and to try to stop him from doing what he want to do. So skill.
Canelo. Like I said, I've been saying this. I don't think size win fights. I think skills do. So yeah, I think like being a southpaw with good movement and sharp boxing, it'd be hard for Canelo with that high guard to walk him down and load up on them big hooks. I think Bud would be.
What's going on in that situation, and can that happen next?
We shall see. You know, who knows?
That smile's telling me something else, bro. I think it might be on the line, no?
I'm just saying, man. We can't say it's not gonna happen.
Get the guy before you get got. And so, you know, that's the art of the game of boxing. It's about how you gonna proceed to take it from him, but finding a way how to take it from him. You know, if you just as strong as me, and you just as fast as me, I know I just can't run up there in the counterweight. Because can't nobody run up from me that in the counterweight. Because they gonna get it. Absolutely. And so, you know, this gonna be a technical fight that both of these guys got.
And Crawford has the fight IQ, movement, and toughness to win. Still, others like Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson say this might be a step too far for Crawford. And honestly, that's what makes this fight so intriguing.
Like that before. It's just that he doesn't have to do it. He doesn't have to do it.
You posted the other day, there's a picture of you in a Rolls Royce, and you said, the quote is, "I can't remember how many of these I gave away." Tell me about that.
Yes, I don't know. Yes, when we used to have the money, it's when I had one. You know, you're not accustomed to that shit, man.
Can I touch you today?
They never let us down, bro. It was a great show.
It'll be a tough one today, huh?
Yeah, I think it'll be tough.
Who
are you rooting for?
Crawford.
Everyone wants to know what you're going to do to Jake Paul in a few months' time.
Mike, Canelo Crawford. Crawford's in the building. Canelo fights this weekend. What do you think of that fight?
Where's the fight gonna be at?
Well, they say in Vegas, maybe in September, but Canelo's got to get through.
What do you say?
I said Crawford too. I'm just, it's really a pick 'em fight. I just, I'm just interested. I'm gonna be happy.
Will Canelo's size and power be too much? Or will Crawford's precision and heart carry the day? Let me know your pick in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more boxing breakdowns. Until next time, stay sharp, fight fans.